go. So good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I think most of your faces are familiar to me, except for a very, very few that I have not met yet. But by way of association, you're not such strangers to me or to us, because Gede is our dear friend and part of us. So tonight, we're going to be going very quickly, but this is about unleashing your potential. Unleashing your potential. I'm just going to ask you directly, do you feel that your potential is not unleashed yet? Who feels like you still have, you think you have a lot of potential, but it's not unleashed yet? Can I see a raise of hands? Who feel all right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh, most of you, most of us. Yes, and I know how that feels. I used to feel like that. All right, so we're going to look at 3 things that can help you unleash your potential. First, your thoughts. What are the thoughts that hold you back, that limit you, that stop you from unleashing your potential? Okay, so often we miss this. We talk, we complain, we say, well, I can do this because, I can do this because. Yeah. So I hope by the time you leave this session, you will start becoming very aware whenever you say because. Because, when you say because, it could be, what could it be? What could it be when you say because? It could be a reason, it could be a justification, or it could be what? Thank you, Arta. Yes, excuse. All right, so hopefully you will be very clear and then see, I'm just making an excuse. Let's change that. But even the other ones are also, if you really want to dig deeper, you can unpack that until you change from the can't, from couldn't, shouldn't, to yes, I can. Okay, so let's just have a look at your thought. Let's say you want to do something. This is a good exercise. You said you want to unleash your potential. So you must have thought about your potential, correct? Or something that you want to do that you have not realized yet or manifest yet. Okay? So now think about it. Think in your head, you can write it down. And now I want you to also write why cannot. Why it has not been realized yet. And let's just see what comes up. Okay? So think about it, and then I'll give you 2 minutes to share it with your neighbor, and then I'm going to ask you to share it with us, with the room. You got one can't? You got one, it's hard? You got one, they don't let me? That could be any of those, right? Okay, you got it, right? I think most of you already got it. So just share now. Do we have a timer? Who's the timer here? Okay, Enda. Just 2 minutes. So within 2 minutes, you have to share it with your neighbor. I want to do this. I have a dream, and I really want to do this, but it's not happening yet because. So you found a partner? Pair. You got 3 pairs there, 1 pair there, 2 pairs, 2.5 pairs, a pair, 1.5. Better. Okay. Let me know when the time is up. ask two persons to share. Who would like to share? Who would like to be coached? Okay, thank you, Rani. No, just from your seat. We need a runner. Okay. Go ahead.
Hello everyone. So my name is Rani, and based on the question that Miranda asked, it's about, for me, it's about I do want to become HR manager before 30, but I feel that my knowledge is not yet achieved that. No, I mean like I still think my insecurity, my anxiety think that I cannot do that for now, because for now I'm still trying to focus with something that I can control, and then my bad things about me is that myself is about, I'm sorry, I still think bad things to become the HR manager.
Okay, so you still have some negative thoughts.
Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Anybody else has something similar to that? Oh, let me just address this first, and then I'll get to the other one. All right, so Rani, you want to be an HR manager, but at this point you think, I'm not ready, I can't, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I can look at you, when you said it's like,
Yeah.
So how did you feel when you think about that thought?
It feels not comfortable.
All right, thank you for making it short to the point, and that's what I'm waiting for. Okay, so now, is there a thought that you can change it to that makes it more positive, or just like make you feel better?
Yes.
For example, how would you, your situation now, you're not an HR manager and you think you can't. What is other possibility describing your situation, or you can have a different perspective about what's happening?
Okay, let me think. I still, for me, for the positive things is that I still have time before 30, and then I still have time to learn.
Okay, does that feel better?
Yes.
Yes, already, right? So rather than thinking, oh, I can't, like I'm still not good, there are many people above me, just by changing it a little bit, right? It's already make you feel better. Now focus on that. Oh, I still have time. Oh, I can do this, I can do that. Now, once you become a little bit more positive or feeling a little bit better and focusing on that, the law of attraction will bring you more positive thoughts and then ideas. Okay? Even just saying, oh, I'm preparing. As simple as that. Okay? Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's give Rani a big hand of applause. And what about Fina?
Okay, hello guys. My name is Fina and I'm a new member here. And now I would like to tell you about my potential or my dreams. Because you talk about this, how to speak, to be a good speaker here. So I want to be a good speaker. And I think that what is said, I'm not confident when I'm talking in front of the people, because sometimes I just became nervous people that I'm forget everything what should I do or what should I say in front of people, and just forget everything when I am nervous, became a nervous people. But I think that I can handle it by prepare all that can I prepare before. But although I prepare all of them, sometimes I think I still nervous people.
Okay, all right. That's a long explanation. But thank you. I get what you're saying. You want to be a public speaker and you want to have the confidence to do that. And then when you think about it, it doesn't make you feel good because you
Yes.
think you cannot. But now you're thinking like, well, I can do this, I can do that. There's certain things that you can control and prepare. All right. So how do you feel when you think about the possibilities?
Okay, I think I feel that I can.
Oh, wait. No, that's not what I'm asking. I said, how are you feeling when you're thinking about the possibilities?
Okay.
You feel what? Don't say I think, because I'm asking you how you feel.
Okay. When I became good speakers.
No,
I
no,
feel
just
that-
imagine or just think about it, and then when you just think about it, how do you feel?
I feel very happy if I become a good speaker, I think.
Okay, rather than saying if I become a good speaker, just imagine. I'm imagining myself a good speaker, and I have confidence. I speak
Okay.
well with people, and you will notice that you feel better already.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, all right. Okay, yeah. So you guys, can you see that it's all about your thoughts? Whatever's holding you back right now, it's all about your thoughts. So find something that make it more positive, because if you're really honest with yourselves, whenever you think about I can't, it's hard, it doesn't feel good. Okay? Because the truth is you have the power, you have the capacity. And then when you tell yourself, it's like the universe is telling you, that's not true. Why are you thinking like that? And it makes you feel bad. So just change the way you're thinking. Yeah, whenever you say I cannot, say I'm preparing, I'm learning. Does anybody here say I'm not ready? Yeah, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. When are you going to be ready? When the time is right. When is the time is right? When is the time right? The time is right now. You just have to make a decision. Because whenever you make a decision, you will learn. If it doesn't turn out, then okay. The important thing is you make a decision about what you want to do. Whenever we think, anybody here like the pros and the cons? Think a lot of time about the pros and the cons, overthinking? Yeah? It doesn't feel good, right? It's just like, at the end of the day, you still don't know. Because it's all in your head, and in your head, you only can figure out things that you already know from the past. But there are so much in front of you that you don't know yet. In the future, that is possible that you don't know. But you only think about what is possible, then you become very limited. Yeah? Okay, so I know it's getting a little bit long on that part, but I think this is very important. Anybody who wants to do anything that feels like, oh, it's so hard, don't think about the hard things. About like, okay, how can I reframe this in a way that makes me feel better? That's all you have to do. Make yourself feel better. Once you start feeling better, now you imagine it, you visualize it, and you imagine it's like, wouldn't that be great if? Wouldn't that be nice if? And just keep thinking about it, and you're going to start feeling better and better and better. And I mean, you probably didn't realize when you're doing that, you're actually raising your vibration. Yeah? And raising your vibration, feeling positive is different from feeling negative. Everyone agree?
Agree.
Yeah. So love yourself enough not to want to feel bad long time. You can feel, I don't like this, you feel bad, but don't stay there for a long time. Okay? Because it's not going to make you feel any better. Depression starts with one thought. I think I already said that many times. All right, so now, let's say, I hope everybody's feeling more positive because you already start changing your thoughts. Okay? Now, to do something, you do need, so now you need to do the next thing, right? Before you go to action, sometimes it's so hard to take action because you don't know. Yeah, you don't know who can help you or what to do. This is what often trip you. You want to do something, but I don't know what to do. And then you think, I don't know. And I don't know if anybody ever experienced this. You have a great idea, and you're really excited about it, and then you start thinking like how? Once you start feeling it's hard, I don't know this, I don't have the money, I don't have any friend to do this with me. And you notice how your feelings, your mood start going down, and eventually you said, it's too hard. And you stop thinking about it. Yeah? So you're actually missing an opportunity. But there is a way to bridge that before you get to action. Find a place that supports you. Supportive community, and a place where it's okay to be yourself, where it's okay to make mistakes. Yeah, like Toastmasters. You know, in fact, in Toastmasters we say Toastmasters is the safest place to make mistakes. Remember that. For those who are not yet Toastmasters, Toastmasters is the safest place to make mistakes because here it is welcome. So we don't worry when we give a speech it's not perfect, or we're doing some project it's not perfect, because we know we are going to be evaluated. We are always evaluated. Whatever we do in Toastmasters gets evaluated. And then, even when you evaluate somebody, you get evaluated. Right? So everyone gets evaluated. So you don't worry like, okay, well, if I make mistake somebody or I don't do it perfectly, somebody is going to show me and going to give me some suggestion how to do it better. Okay? Does that feel better when you think about that? Right? Who are afraid to make mistakes? Oh, so many.
But not in Toastmaster.
Not in Toastmasters. So that's why you practice, Gidi. That's why you need to come to Toastmasters often. So make your mistakes in Toastmasters. So like you're going to do your speech, you're going to do a project, you do it in Toastmasters first. It's a platform. You make mistakes and then you get it reiterated, make it better, then you go out there. Right? So if you have a plan to speak to your boss to get your salary, you can practice in Toastmasters. There's a project for that. What is it? Visionary communication, right? Or persuasive, persuasive speaking. So you learn that, I want to do this, and this is how I'm going to say it. Okay? Or maybe do role play and all of that. So when you have a dream, when you have a thought, when you have an idea, when you have desire, and it's hard to do it all by yourself, seek for a community that is supportive and gives you accountability. It's not just saying, oh, it's okay, it's nice, but it's going to ask you, okay, when are you going to do that? And when you do that, there is accountability in whatever we do. Okay? All right, and then the last one is take action. Take action. Anyone here, well, I guess goes without saying, you have ideas, you have desire to do something, and then you just don't do, you don't do, you don't do. I know it very well because I used to be like that. Yeah, so what we want to do is get used to taking actions. And let me tell you something. I never worked for a company except for Club Med. Okay? So in my entire life, I think I'm about 40 years of my adult career life. Almost. Maybe 38. So I worked for Club Med for about a year and a half after I graduated, after I got my master's degree. And then after that, 18 months, that's all I did. Because, well, for me personally, freedom is very important. So I just never wanted to compromise my freedom because I felt like if I had to work for a company, I cannot stand working 9 to 5. And so that was my choice. Yeah, but with that choice of being an entrepreneur, that means like there's an up, there's a down. Giday's probably learning that now, the challenges of being an entrepreneur, right? So, but it's okay. That's my choice. But what I'm trying to say here is that because I never worked for a corporate, I didn't really have accountability. I don't have somebody to tell me you have to do this. It's all about like, okay, if I do it, I make more money. If I don't do it, I make less money. Right? So I discovered Toastmasters when I was 46 years old. And boy, I just had to take action all the time. I mean, I don't have to, because in Toastmasters everything is like, it's honoring your personal freedom. But when you become in a group like this, like you see around, the people who are not sitting in the circle, are they taking roles? So, do they have to? No. But do they want to? Because Like, when they're in front of here, somebody else has to support it. Somebody has to be taking roles for you to be able to give your speeches, to be evaluated. So we take turn. Yeah, so we take turn. And that's what moves you around, moves you forward, I would say. Take action. You have to take action. In 2 weeks' time, there's a meeting. So either you become the prepared speech or you're taking roles. And don't get me wrong, every role that all our dear friends are doing here is honing 1 or 2 or 3 skills, always. So, by the time somebody is doing the Toastmaster of the meeting, like what Sunny is doing right now, she has to learn to how persuade others to join, to support this meeting, because there is no obligation. And that is what is so amazing in Toastmasters. Nobody is obligated. So how can you persuade somebody who you're not paying? When somebody you pay, it's easy to tell them, right? It's easy to tell them, it's easy to blame them, it's easy to even punish them. But when you're working with people you don't pay, this is a different story. This is a different kind of leadership, but this is like when you earn your leadership rather than, what is the other one? You either earn or you inherit, like somebody just tell you, okay, you're the leader. In Toastmasters, you earn it. And so, we become better, and I've done event organizing, international level, event organizing, and all my training is just Toastmasters. Organizing club meeting, organizing contests, organizing conference, and then you learn. And the people that I love to work best with are Toastmasters, because we're so used to working with goal, with structure, with we have performance, and it's so easy. And we also communicate better. I mean, we learn communication, right? So that is taking action. So taking action, if you don't know how do I take action, just come to Toastmasters. Join, and then, because then you have an ownership. If you just come as a guest and then just looking around, then you don't have the ownership, and you don't have the program, you don't have the mentoring, you don't have the evaluation to move forward. So I hope this very simple steps to unleash your potential will make sense to you. Because let me just give me myself my 2 minutes. I'm a person who had no ambitions. Yeah, so I was just drifting. If I didn't have Toastmasters, I probably would still just drift and sleep when I want to sleep, because I was, I choose to be an entrepreneur, right? But Toastmasters gave me structure into my life. And today, if I'm, being the district leader, I guess with 2,000 people that I'm looking after, this is just because I learned that structure and then moving forward in a way that in a very supported, safe, and easy to do. Okay? So yeah, so many things I got from Toastmasters, but let's just start with that, and I hope you will think about unleashing your potential. Right, Mane, Julie? You clear now? You're gonna do it? Okay, whatever it is, I know you're gonna do that. All right. So with that, what are the steps? Unleashing your potential. The first one, look at your thoughts and check your emotion, because your emotion tells you what you're thinking about. When you don't feel good, that means you're thinking negatively, either about yourself or other people. So when you're thinking positive, you probably, or not probably, you would be thinking on something that excites you, that you want, and the whole universe will support you then. And the second thing is?
Find support.
Find support. And
Take an action.
No, before that. Accountability. Yeah, not just supposed to, oh, it's okay, don't worry. But it's somebody who can say, okay, when are you going to do that? All right? And then the third one is?
Take an action.
Yes, so aspiration to action. All right, you got it? You guys have been very, very good listeners and audience. So thank you for listening, and let's move forward with life. All right?
All right.
Thank you.